Hey everybody, happy Thursday. I'm so excited to be on here for our Galentine's Glam night. I apologize for the tech issues. I think that we're good now. So if you can see and hear me, just say hi and do me a favor and tell me your name, where you're watching from, who invited you. There should be a little link just above this video that you're watching within the same post that asks you to click to give StreamYard permission. And that way I'll know who you are as you're commenting. And so tonight, I am going to be doing a giveaway for one of the products that I'm showing and featuring, and you'll get entries in just for being on here live and for commenting and interacting with me so that I know that you're with me and I'm not talking to myself and I know who's on. And so stay on till the end because what I'll do is I'm going to go back through after I finish the live and I will tally up all the comments and I'll do a giveaway for one of the products that I'm featuring tonight. And as you are watching, go ahead and make yourself a little board like this. You can grab any random piece of paper, okay? And just go ahead and make a little tic-tac-toe board, okay? And as we're going through, anytime that I show you a product that you're excited about or something you want to learn more about, just write the name of the product on this little board. And I have 3 questions I'm going to ask you at the end. And this is going to qualify you for a gift from your consultant, okay? So follow along with me, stay on till the end, fill this out as we go in order that you're able to qualify for your gift, okay? And hi, Sam. Hey, you guys, as you're joining me, just click the little link right at the top of this post that asks you to give StreamYard permission, because that way I can see your name when you're posting or when you're commenting. If you don't do that, it's just going to say Facebook user and I won't know who you are, okay? And so I want to be able to give you credit that you're on with me. All right, so tonight, you guys, is all about getting ready for Valentine's Day. And if you've ever celebrated Galentine's Day, that's just, you know what, you and your girlfriends getting together, loving on each other and having a fun girls night. And so that's what we're going to do tonight. So if there's anybody that you feel like would love to learn some tips and tricks or how to do a fun look, just go ahead and add them to the group and comment and tag them in the comments along with your consultant's name. Excuse me. I cannot see your name. Whoever said, can you see my name? I cannot. You have to click the little link right above this video to give StreamYard permission. Okay. So we're going to get right into it. I have a naked face, okay? And I'm actually going to walk you through a full look that you could do for Valentine's. And I'm actually going to feature a brand new product that we are just launching. It officially launches next week on Wednesday, the 16th. I had to think about which day of the week that was. Okay, so the first thing that we want to do is we want to make sure we've prepped our skin really well. You always want to use really good skincare underneath your makeup because you know what? You can have the best makeup in the world, but if you don't have a good palette underneath, it's not going to make a whole lot of difference. So I always prep my skin with I use our Time Wise 3D and I use some other products as well. Eye cream, you want to make sure the eye area is really well hydrated. I'm just going to put on a little bit of foundation primer before we start with our foundation because that just gives you this flawless base. I call this our pothole filler for the face because it just helps to fill in all the little lines and bumps so that everything you put on next is going to go on really, really smoothly, and it also extends the wear. All right, so it gives you this like perfect photo finish. Now, I'm going to get my hair out of the way so that we can do our foundation and then we'll do the rest of the look. I meant to bring a little clip out here and I don't have one. Okay, so I'm actually going to use our blending sponge tonight, or not our blending sponge, our blending brush. And you guys can see the bristles are really dense. So this gives you a really great, flawless, more of a full coverage finish. And I'm using our Time Wise 3D Matte Wear Foundation. It has anti-aging in it. And it's got this amazing telematch technology, which gives you like the perfect match. And it's very, very lightweight. It literally just feels like your skin on, but it gives really good coverage. And as you guys can see, I did not have to add a lot to the brush. I'm also going to incorporate a little bit of our CC cream. I like to mix these two because the CC cream has a little bit of moisturizer in it, has a little SPF 15, and it's got some anti-aging as well. But I just really feel like the two together give such a nice, like, natural look to the skin. So I'm literally just going to blend this in. You can use like circular motion with the blending brush so that you don't have any streaks or lines. The key with your foundation is you really want it to match your shade. And sometimes when you first put it on, this isn't going to necessarily look like it matches until it blends into the skin. But the key is you want it to disappear. So you know you have the right color when your shade disappears into your skin. And then if you want to give yourself a little bit of color and definition, we do that with contour, bronzer, cheek color. So we're going to go through and do that in the end. Okay. So if you've ever put your foundation on and felt like you were pale, you know, we want to make sure, first of all, if you don't have, you know, if your face and your neck and your chest are all the same color, you've got the right shade. Okay. Sometimes when we put our foundation on, we can feel like it makes us look pale simply because we're even out the skin tone and we're not used to seeing our face all one color. But what we don't want to do is we don't want to add a darker shade because we don't want to look like we have something painted on our face, right? Okay. So we want our foundation just to blend right in. Okay. So that's what just a little foundation all over to get a base to start. And then I'm going to go ahead and use our under eye corrector and our concealer. If you can see the difference, under eye corrector is more peachy pinky, and then the concealer is more, it's going to be, got a little fuzz on my face. It's going to be customized based on your skin tone. So your concealer is going to coordinate with your skin tone. So under eye corrector is really designed to go in the under eye area. So I like to put a couple dots right under here. I'll put it right there. And then I always do the upper lid. This is going to help to neutralize any purple blue hues. Okay. And then your concealer can also provide a little pop of brightness here. You can do a little bit here to lift the outer corners of the eye. If you have any spots or blemishes that need a little bit of extra coverage, I always like to do a little next to the nose to brighten that area and just around the forehead. All right, so looks like war paint. Okay, now you can actually use that same blending brush that I was just using. And instead of wiping like I was doing to blend in my foundation, you just do what's called stippling, where you literally just press to blend it in. Okay, so you guys, as I'm blending this in, I'm curious to know, are you guys celebrating Valentine's Day? What are your feelings about Valentine's Day? Do you celebrate it? What's your favorite way to? I've never really been a huge Valentine's person. Not that I have anything against Valentine's Day, but like, you know, it's a fun excuse, I guess, to go out or to love on people, to eat chocolate. And my husband and I are not really big gift people, so we don't usually really do gifts for each other for like anything. We prefer experiences. So usually instead of like birthday gifts, we'll do an experience or something with like Christmas or anything like that. So usually if we're going to celebrate Valentine's Day, we'll find something like fun to do for like a date night, but we don't really do gifts. But what about you guys? Do you prefer like chocolates or flowers, or do you like getting something special? What is your love language? My love language is just not gifts. Like I love getting gifts, but it's not, I can take it or leave it. I would much rather have an experience. Okay. So can you guys see how that just brightens up the whole area, which is what we want to do. And then we are going to add a little bit of our silky setting powder. You guys, this stuff is like, it literally feels like silk on your face, which is why it's called silky setting powder. Now we also have our translucent powder, which gives you no color. This has a little bit of color to it. And so this is going to be matched according to your foundation shade. Okay. And what I love about the silky setting powder, you need very little, but this is going to give you truly like an airbrush finish to your face. And I like to just kind of press and then gently wipe so that I'm not disrupting the foundation, but setting it. And what's nice about this powder is that it has emollients in it. So it actually keeps your skin this really nice balance throughout the day. It's going to actually kind of add some hydration so that you don't get any like cakey powderiness to your skin, but it also will do the absorbing of excess oils, which is what you want to set your foundation and just really give you a flawless look to your skin. Now, because the silky setting powder has a little color to it, it's also going to provide a little bit of additional coverage. Okay. Whereas our translucent powder, which is white, it looks white, it's colorless, doesn't provide any additional coverage. It's just going to set your powder. Okay. Hi, Becky Wilson. I can't actually see your name when you're commenting. I just saw that you said hi and that your name was Becky Wilson. So Becky, do me a favor. There's a link right above this video that you're watching. Just click that link. It says click here to give StreamYard permission. That way I can see your name when you're commenting, and then you just can come right back to the live. And you guys, for those of you just joining us, go ahead and make yourself a little card like this, just like a little number sign, like a little tic-tac-toe. Okay. And what you're going to do is all throughout, I am giving away, there's two things we're going to do. I am giving away one of the products I'm trying tonight, or I'm showing you tonight. I'm going to give away one of them free from all the comments. So keep commenting. The more times you comment, the more entries you get. And this is going to entitle you for a gift from your consultant. So just go ahead and, you know, write down any products that you see that I show you that you're like really excited about or you want to learn more about. And you're just going to write the name of the product in the little boxes. And at the end of the live, I have 3 questions I'm going to ask you. And then you're going to take a photo of this and send it to your consultant, whoever invited you. And that's going to entitle you to a gift. Okay. So be sure that you're doing that as we're going along. All right. So we have like our base on. So now let's get to the eyes. So this look that I'm going to show you guys is actually a really subtle, very natural look for the eyes because we're going to pop the lips. We have this brand new product that is out that I'm so excited about. And I just want to show you how you can take a very soft eye and it's a really versatile look. Okay. So we're going to be using a pretty soft, really pretty look with a rose gold, which has like kind of a pop of pink to it and gold tones. Beautiful. It doesn't matter your eye color. This look like works for everybody. And we're also going to be incorporating a little bit of a contour on the face. Okay. And so I'm actually going to use some of the contour that we're going to be using on the face on the eye first. And I'm going to take our blending brush, which is this big puffy, you can see this big puffy brush. Okay. And we're just going to add the contour, which is normally what you put on your face. We're going to add a little bit of that to the eye right above the crease of the eyelid to just contour and shade my lid. This is it's going to be very subtle, but I want to have this as kind of a base for transition. And we're just going to accentuate the eyes. So I'm using our Chroma Fusion eyeshadow, which has 12-hour wear. I did not put an eyeshadow primer on tonight just because, you know, it's 8 o'clock. I'm going to take this off when we're done. But if you are going to be out for the whole day and you know, you really wanted your colors on your eyeshadow to really pop and you want them to stay on and look as natural and vibrant and as good at the end of the night as they did at the beginning of the day. Even if you put your makeup on in the morning, then you're going to want to use an eyeshadow primer underneath your eyeshadow. And I'll show you guys in a minute the difference the eyeshadow primer makes because it is pretty crazy. I just don't tend to use it when I'm just doing like an everyday or, you know, at 8 o'clock at night when I'm going to take it off afterwards because I have nowhere to go after this. Maybe I'll have to make some plans. I don't know. Okay, you guys. So you can see it's pretty subtle, but this is like a transition. I'm essentially pushing back this brow area, okay, to really open the eyes up. So it's going to be kind of shaded. Okay. So we've done that. So now the next thing that we're going to do is I am going to take what brush am I going to use here? I'm going to take our Oliver eyeshadow brush, which is a big kind of flat, broad brush, which is really good for large areas. And I'm going to take a little bit of the Blossom, which is this, it almost looks white in this lighting, but it's a really pretty highlighter that is matte. There's no shimmer, and it has kind of pink undertones, which is why we're using it for this look, okay? Because, you know, Valentine's Day is all about pink and reds, right? So we're going to do a little bit just up under the eyebrow here, okay? So you see it's very subtle. It's just going to add a little bit of highlight, but we are not going to do too much. And it's matte, which means it's not going to be super dramatic. If you wanted this look to be more glamorous or dramatic, you could add something with a little shimmer. That's always going to add more drama. Okay. Now we're going to go in on the inner corner of the eye here, and we're going to do, what color are we going to do? Hold on. We're not going to do that quite yet. We are going to go to the rose gold first, keeping you guys on your toes. So we're going to use the same brush, this big, broad, flat brush. You could also use a cream eyeshadow brush for this. I just don't know what I did with mine. In order to press the color, we're going to press this color. I'll show you the color, sorry. The rose gold here, this beautiful gold with like pink undertones. We are going to use that right on the lid, okay? So we're going to press right in the center of the lid and really just get a nice pop of this rose gold. This is such a pretty color. Do you see that, you guys? It's such a pretty shade. I love this color. If you really wanted to make this like more high drama or make it a little smokier, you could go in on the outer edge and add like a darker brown. You could add a plum or a purple. We're just keeping this very subtle and natural. All right, so we're going to pop some color on this side. Okay, so nobody has been answering my question. What do you guys prefer for Valentine's Day? Are you gift people? Do you celebrate? Do you like to go out for like a fun dinner with friends? Do you celebrate with like a significant other? Do you prefer chocolates or flowers or like a special gift? Okay, so we did the pop of the rose gold in the center. Okay, and then we're going to go into the inner corner and we are going to add, you could do either of these shades, which we have the crystalline, which is like a much, do you see how much whiter this shade is? That means it's going to be a lot more high drama. And then this moonstone almost has like creamy tones to it. It's a little subdued. So I'm going to use the moonstone, which is a little bit less dramatic, because I am all about a softer eye with this look, and you'll see why. All right, so we're going to take a little bit of that. We're going to pop it in the inner corner, starting at the inner corner and coming to meet where we put the rose gold in the middle. Do you see how that just like opens my eye right up? All right, we're going to do the same on the other side. Start in the inner corner, work it over to the rose gold, almost like the inner triangle of the eye. All right, you guys remember to be writing down on here anything that you are seeing that you're excited about. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take this little brush here, which is called an eye smudger brush. You guys can see this. It's a very firm, pointed tip. And we're going to take a little bit of this contour shade that we used on the eye, and we're going to use it on the face in a little bit. And we're going to add a little bit of definition to the under eye area. This is like my favorite way to line my under eye, is with a shadow, because it's going to give a very soft line, but do you see how it makes the eye bigger? And it gives kind of a smoky effect. So we're going to go ahead and do that on this eye too. I look crazy. I always have to do this. Make big eyes. Okay. So then what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of that rose gold, which was the middle color that we have on the inside of the eye. We're mimicking the same thing on the under eye. So we're going to do a little bit of rose gold right in the center of the under eye area. A little pop of shimmer there. Same thing on this side. Okay, and then on that inner corner of the eye, we're going to take that same moonstone that we did on the top, and we're going to do that inner corner on the bottom. Okay, so same thing on the bottom. We want this inner corner to be like really bright and just really pop. All right. All right, do you see how that just kind of pops the inside of the eye there? Okay, now we're going to go in with our eyeliner, and we're going to line the eyes. And this is our self-sharpening pencil liner. I love these. They're so creamy. They're waterproof. But here's the cool thing, and they stay on really well. However, these are really good for smudging. So I'm just doing like little, almost like a dotted line that I'm connecting, and I'm trying to do it like as close to inside my lash line as I can. I'm not going on the water line. We don't want to go on that line that's inside the eyelashes, because that's where our tear ducts are. And that's why if you ever find that your eyeliner is running a lot, you might have your eyeliner actually in the water line, which is going to cause it to run a lot more, because you're basically putting it where your tear ducts are and where your eyes are running, like the water in your eyes is running from. But also, it's not really healthy for your eyes to do that. So you want to put it as close to your lash line as you can if you want a natural lined look. Okay. Then if you want to add more definition, you can. Or where did I put my little brush? I lost it. Oh, here it is. So if you want a more like subtle smoky look with your eyeliner, you can take this eye smudger brush. It's exactly what it's meant for, literally smudging. And we're going to just soften that line. So if you guys can see, I'm literally just gonna like blend it out. I'm just smudging it. That's the great thing about this eyeliner is that even if you're someone who's like, you know, you struggle with making a really perfect line, no worries, because you don't have to make a perfect line with this eyeliner. You can smudge it out and get a really nice, smoky, subtle look with the liner. Okay, do you see how that kind of like smoked it out? All right, now if you want more definition, you can go down, and my eyes are watering because I have my fan on. It's like so hot in here today for some reason. It was, I think it got up to, I don't know if it got up to 60 today, but it was warm out here in Maryland. And so I have my fan on and it's making my eyes water. I don't know if that happens to anybody else. Okay, so if you want a little definition on the under eye, you can take a little bit of eyeliner and do a little extra definition around the outer edge and just smudge it in on top of that shadow that you did. And it's just gonna, I always leave the inner corner unlined. All right, so that's adding little definition. So do you see the eye shadow colors are actually very subtle, okay? So we're gonna finish framing our eyes by doing our brows, and that's really key. If I can find my brow liner, there it is. I have everything right in front of me. Oh, okay. So we want to first, I always go in with our little eyebrow like spoolie brush here, and this eyeliner brush on the other side, and I always just comb through my eyebrows. I almost said my lashes. I comb through my brows so that the hairs are going in the right direction. Okay, and then we don't have to do anything too crazy with our eyebrows. You kind of just follow the natural line, but I just underline my eyebrows. So start at the front of the brow, and you just kind of draw a line under the bottom edge of the brow all the way up to the bend, and then you're going to connect that bend down to the tip of your brow, and then you do the same thing on the upper edge of the eyebrow, making sure to do like little feathery strokes instead of one harsh line, because you don't want it to look like you drew your eyebrow on. All right, and then when you come in towards the center, I always go back with our eyeliner brush, and I will just push the color up into my eyebrow so that, again, it doesn't look like I lined my eyebrows. I'm just kind of blending it in. You can also do this with eyeshadow or Chroma Fusion shadows. If you choose a matte color, it's awesome. Okay, and then I will go back with the, knocking things over here, with our brow tint, okay? And our brow tint, if you can see, it's a little spoolie brush. It almost looks like a tiny short mascara wand for the eyebrow. And you want to choose a color that is the same color as your hair or one shade a little bit lighter. So I'm using the brunette, which is one shade slightly lighter than my eyebrow hair, because if you go too dark, it looks very unnatural. So what I love about this brow tint, I'm just going to go one brow so you guys can see. What I love about the brow tint is that it has fibers in it, which actually add volume to your eyebrow. So if you kind of have more sparse brows, it adds volume, but also it's going to add a little color. So even if you don't want to do a pencil or you don't have the time or whatever, you can actually just use a little bit of the brow tint on your brow. So actually, I'm going to do that on the other eyebrow, so you can see the difference in just doing the brow tint. It still fills it in really nicely. And I call this my lazy brows. Like if I just need to do a little something with the brows, I literally just comb through with a little spoolie brush. It's going to keep your brow hairs in place. So if you have any squirrely eyebrow hairs, keeps them in place. And it just adds little natural, there you go. They look pretty similar, but this one definitely has more definition. Okay. So we framed our eyes, and now we're going to do mascara. So I'm going to use our Lash Intensity mascara. This one, you guys, oh my gosh, when this launched a couple of years ago, it sold out. We sold out of like a 6-month supply in a matter of a couple of days. It's that popular. Okay, so it has two sides to it. Can you guys see that? On the top edge right here is like short little stubby bristles. And then when you flip it, you see those long bristles on either side. So you actually apply it first with the short bristles. And what that's going to do, it's going to pack a lot of product on your eyelashes in order to create a lot of fullness and volume in the lashes. And then what you'll do is you'll flip it over and you'll apply with the long bristles, and that side helps to draw the mascara all the way through and creates length. So this actually will add 200% more volume and length without adding it. Like, it doesn't use any fibers, which is the little things that can like fall in your eyes and cause irritation. Okay, do you guys see the difference after literally one coat? This mascara is awesome, and it's really, really good for layering. So if you like to layer, this mascara is where it's at. Okay, so if you want to get like really dramatic lashes, I highly, highly recommend the Lash Intensity mascara. I'm also all about layering. So a lot of times I'll use Lash Intensity to get that like dramatic volume, and then I will use another mascara on top to maybe like fan out my lashes, or if I'm looking for, you know, a waterproof layer, especially if, you know, maybe if you're going out on Valentine's Day and you think it might get a little emotional and you want something, or you're going to see like a, you know, a chick flick movie and you might be tearing up, you know, maybe you coat your mascara with a little bit of waterproof. Okay, because this one is like water resistant, but it's not waterproof. All right, and you can do the bottom lashes too. A lot of times I don't, just because my eyelashes are actually really long on the bottom, so they like to hit my face. Okay, so that is our eye look. Okay, now we're gonna do the face, and we're gonna finish with our pop of color on the lips. So first thing for the face is I always love to do a little contour. So that same contour that we used on the eye, this one's called Latte. It's the lighter shade. We have a deeper shade too, which is called Cocoa. So if you have a deeper skin tone, that would be the shade you want to use. And with contour, if you guys notice, this has no shimmer. Now, in contrast, you can see the eyeshadow that we use, the rose gold, has a lot of shimmer. Our contour, we don't want any shimmer because we're using that to essentially shade our face. Now, I'm going to use our cheek brush, and you'll see it has this firmer, tighter part on the bottom, okay? And I always start off with underneath the cheeks, which is right in the hollow of your cheekbone. You can literally feel where your cheekbone is, and I'm making a very dark line so you can see this. So it's essentially right in the center of your ear, and you're coming in towards the cheek, and then you're going to stop about 2 fingers width away from your nose. So that's essentially where our contour ends, okay? And I'm just going to do this one side of the face so that you can see. So we have our contour. Now just above that, we're going to use the big, broad, flat part of our cheek brush, and I'm putting on this cheek color. It's called Shy Blush. It's so pretty. It's like a pink that has some peach tones and kind of flakes in it. All right, so then we put our cheek color. It's not going to stay like this. Don't worry, guys. And then above the cheek color, we're going to use this really like pointed, precise end of the cheek brush. And that is where we're going to put our contour, or our highlight rather, which is right about our cheek color. And that, you can see, has this really pretty shimmer sheen to it. Okay, so then we're going to go back and blend. Now, I typically blend these out like one at a time. I don't usually put 3 as a stripe, but I wanted you to just see where they go. Contour underneath the cheek color literally right on the bone, and then right on the very top edge of the bone is where we put our highlighter. Okay. And then you're going to blend it out. See, the trouble with putting it on this dark is that it's a little harder to blend out, but I don't typically put it on that dark. Okay. I might go back with my powder brush just to really blend that out. All right. There we go. Okay. And then the other place, but can you guys see the difference in the definition of this cheek versus that cheek? It's huge, right? And then the other thing that I always do is I always take a little contour, and I will do the edge of my temples here just to give some like depth back to my skin and a little bit of warmth, and to have a little bit more of a natural look. And then the excess that's left over on my brush always goes down underneath the jawline, because that really like That just like lifts the face, okay? And then I take this tip of the brush, and you can do this with like an eyeshadow brush as well, but I always go right along the edge of my nose. It just kind of adds some definition and slenderizes, I made up that word, slenderizes the nose, okay? And then the other thing that you can do is you can take like a fluffier brush. I love this brush for it. This is from like a previous brush collection that we had. And that really bright, dramatic highlight that I showed you before, crystalline, you can take this and you can just take a little bit. You could do a little down the center of your nose. You don't want to put highlight on the tip of your nose because then we get kind of like a Rudolph effect and we don't want that, okay? You can do a little bit up under the, not up, but above the eyebrow, okay? And then down here on the Cupid's bow, look at this, you guys. Do you see how if you just do a little bit around the top of the Cupid's bow, how much definition there is in my lip? And then on the bottom of your lip, underneath here, makes it really pouty. You can even do some here if you want to. Okay, so we've highlighted, we've contoured, we've done some cheek. So now what we're gonna do is we are going to finish with lips, okay? Now, we just launched, Mary Kay just launched the Supreme Hydrating Lipstick. You guys, this stuff is so, so creamy. I'm gonna start off with a pink, okay? And I wanna show you how this look that we did on the eyes works for like a subtle, like a fun pop of pink or red, whatever you're doing, or you can wear it neutral. Like you guys can see I have nothing on my lips right now. Like you could do a total neutral nude lip if you wanted to. But what I love, love, love about this lipstick is that it's got sunflower oil in it, and it also has vitamin E, so it's very nourishing and conditioning. Like as soon as you put it on your lips, it's like a lip balm meets a lipstick meets a lip gloss. It's awesome. Okay, so we're first going to line the lips. I always use like our light nude lip liner because it doesn't really add color. It just helps to give a little definition, and it makes my lips look so much fuller. So a little trick is you just do like a little X in the center of your lips to really define that Cupid's bow. And then you just draw a line like right on the outer like lip of your lip, the outer edge of that lip. Okay. It's hard to talk in line at the same time. Okay, guys. So we've just lined, and then I'm actually going to take our angle brush because this is a very firm, tight brush, and I'm going to be applying, this color is actually called Festive Pink. So it's like a really fun, bright, festive pink, okay? And you can see the color is like really, really bright pink, but I'm going to use the brush to apply it, and it's going to give more of like a blurred effect. So you can always do that with your lipsticks. You can actually take a brush and take the color right from the stick onto the brush as opposed to applying the lipstick right on your lips. And it will give a much more subtle, almost like stained look as opposed to the really like intense color that you get when you apply lipstick right from the tube. And this works really well with these lipsticks because they're so creamy and hydrating that like, it's like you're painting a lip balm on. Can you guys see how subtle that is? It's like just so pretty to do it this way. I'm going to show you one other lip look too. All right. That color is called Festive Pink. So if you look at it in the package that I just opened, how much more bright and vibrant it is. So if you put it on right from the tube, it's going to be very dramatic. Whereas if you paint it on your lips like that, oh, my hair's crazy now from having it up. But if you paint it on your lips like that, you get almost like a stained effect. Do you see that? It gives you kind of like a stained effect. So this would be super pretty if you were doing like a pink, like if you wanted to have a pop of pink on your lips, right? And like a very new, like a very natural eye, but still something sultry. And then let's change up the lips. I want to show you this new red that we have that's called Rockstar Red. And this is what the tubes look like. Look at that. It's such a pretty color. Okay, so we're going to do Rockstar Red. I'm going to remove this with our eye makeup remover. I always recommend using eye makeup remover to take your lipstick off if you're switching colors, because then you can get all the residue off the lips and, you know, one color doesn't interfere with the next. So we're just going to remove the lip color. Oh, you guys, these lipsticks are so creamy. Normally my lips get really dry when I'm like switching lipsticks, and I just love how creamy these are. Okay. We're going to go back with that liner really quickly, because especially when you're doing a bold lip, you really want a line. And you could definitely use like our red lip liner. That would be smarter, but I don't have it in front of me here. All right. Okay, so we've lined the lips. I always feel safe using the light nude, because the light nude is literally almost the same color as my lips. So it doesn't really look like I used a liner, and that's why I like it, but it really helps to create the definition that I need. And it gives me a guide when I'm putting lipstick on. Okay, here we go. Ooh, so pretty. What do you guys think? Okay, so do you see the difference, like how much more impact there is when you apply the lipstick right out of the tube versus if you do that trick I showed you with the brush? It's almost more of like a stain, but both super pretty. Like, and do you see how they both worked with this eyeshadow look? So if you are, you know, going out for Valentine's and you're going to get dressed up, or you're going out for a Galentine celebration, you're getting together with your girlfriends and you want like a fun new look, I think this would totally work. So you guys have to tell me if you liked the pink lip better or the red lip. And I am just going to share with you, if there's anything you're excited about, connect with your consultant. I'm going to just ask you 3 quick questions. Whoops. On the bottom of your sheet, I want you, whatever you're writing on, I want you to write the answers to these 3 questions. And then you're going to send this you're going to take a photo of this and you're going to message it directly to anybody, whoever it was that invited you, your consultant. Hey, Rebecca, you like the pink lip better? You're not like a big red drama lip person. I liked the pink too. I thought it was really pretty. This one I think would be really fun with like a little black dress or something though. Okay. So you guys have your little sheet. So I am going to post below this video, I'm going to post some specials that you can take advantage of. So we have a couple package deals where you can always customize packages. But if you take advantage of like 2 or more of the packages, the sets, you can get another set 25% off. And you can also earn our travel roll-up bag as a free gift, depending upon how many sets you get. And I love this bag because it has a hook, so you can hang it behind the bathroom door, eliminates all the counter clutter. All the pockets, there's 4 clear pockets. You can see where everything is without having to like dig and rummage. And then the pockets all zipper, and then they Velcro off. So you can chuck that in a bag and take it with you. And then the whole thing just rolls up. So you can throw this like in your luggage if you need everything. And then with the Cadillac deal, which you'll see with the Cadillac deal, if you would prefer, instead of the roll-up bag that I just showed you, you can actually get our brush collection. And our brush collection, the brushes are dirty now because I just used them. But the brush collection includes our Oliver eyeshadow brush, that eye smudger brush that I showed you, that really tight, firm, precise one, our crease brush, which is the angled one that I used for the lipstick. And then it also includes our Oliver powder brush and that 3-sided cheek brush that I showed you. So it comes with 5 brushes, you guys. It's a $55 set, which is a steal for the quality of these brushes, because these are really high quality brushes, and you can get it for free with the Cadillac deal. So I'm going to post that so you guys can take a look at the sets. But here's what I want you to do. On your little card, okay, on your little card that you're filling out, I want you to just answer 3 quick questions for me. So question number 1, you're going to write yes or no, thank you. Question number 1 is just whoever invited you tonight to watch this, can she be your Mary Kay girl? Okay. If you already work with somebody and you're getting your product with her, just write no thank you. But if you don't already have somebody, just write yes. And you're going to be eligible for lots of great deals with her. And also, she is going to honor 100% money back guarantee with you. So if there's something that you saw me use tonight and you're excited about the color and you thought, ooh, I might want to go ahead with that, or maybe you want to get a foundation with her, but you're not sure what shade, and you get it and it's not the right color, you can swap or exchange until you get the perfect combination, and it doesn't cost you or her anything. So always be honest. She will work with you and make sure that you have the exact right fit. And if you can't find a perfect fit, she will, you can return it for a full refund. Okay. So you get that benefit with your consultant. So just go ahead and write yes here if you don't already have a Mary Kay girl. Question number 2. I want you to write free or me, free or me. So you might have seen a lot of things tonight that you're excited about. And if you can get excited about getting some free products, we have some amazing specials going on this month. If you want to pull together some of your girlfriends and do a virtual session just like this, it can be a makeover session. It can be a session where we get to do like a spa treatment on your face. And it can be over Facebook Live just like this, or Zoom, whichever you prefer. But when you pull some girlfriends together, you're going to get a free shopping spree with your consultant, and you can qualify for a lot of free stuff. Okay. So if that sounds good to you and you're like, I'm all about free, and you want to help your consultant out, go ahead and write free for number 2. And if that's not something you're interested in, just write me and she'll follow up with you individually. Okay. And then third question, number 3 is, if you'd be willing to help out with a little bit of training for your consultant and a challenge that we have going on right now, and just give your feedback on a short little YouTube video that shares a little bit more about like our business opportunity and our company. It's less than 10 minutes. And then she'd follow up with you and get your opinion afterwards and just like answer any questions that you have. And just for giving your opinion on that, you'll get your choice of a purse-sized lip gloss or a mascara, and you'll get your name into a $100 cash drawing that we're doing. So for number 3, if you're willing, just give your feedback on that little video, just go ahead and write mascara or lip gloss so she knows which one you'd prefer, and she'll coordinate the details with you. Okay. Thank you guys so much for being on tonight. I hope you had fun. Hope you learned something. I would love for you to comment and tell me your favorite part of the look, what you learned, and if you feel like this is something that you would wear. All right, you guys, have an amazing rest of your night and have a great Galentine's or Valentine's, whatever you're celebrating. And if you want to learn some amazing tricks and tips to stay looking younger longer, join me next Thursday night at 8 Eastern for a session that's going to be all about loving your skin. All right, you guys, good night.